ladies and gentlemen. A very good morning to you, and welcome to another awesome time on radio. Coming to you live from Splash 105.5 FM Integrity Station. Brand new morning, brand new day, 25th day of March 2021. And it's 6:34. We're hoping that you had a good night. And you're well rested. The rains are here, even though of course, nice to say these are just the early rains. It's nothing to get really excited about, especially for the farmers, asking them to hold back from hastily going on to plant, especially those in the north, central parts of the country. But for those of us who do not have to plant anything and are not worried about the rain for growing crops, I think it's good feeling so far. They haven't started coming down heavily yet. Even though also there are warnings of serious flooding this time around, as we usually always get. We're excited. When it comes to making sure you're updated and informed about what's going on here, there, and everywhere. So again, I say good morning. My name is Charity Jerome. This is Straight from the Dailies, the first part of the morning splash, and it's the part where we get to ruminate on the headlines from Nigerian newspapers. Today I have the Punch newspaper, This Day, The Nation, and Daily Trust. And I also have Barrister with me, as with every other Thursday morning. He's going to be providing insights on some of our stories. Good morning, Barrister. Nice to have you join us again.
Yes, good morning, Nigeria. Chacha, good morning.
How are you feeling? I mean, I remember hailing you on Monday morning for looking so refreshed. I see that we're smack in the middle of the week, and the stress.
Sleep has become sweeter. The weather is so cool.
Hallelujah. Absolutely. So much so that even when there's power supply or not, one can easily fall asleep, as against what we had a few weeks ago.
But it would have been better if the distribution companies, at least for this period, spare us and give us this power.
Well,
because I hear that all over the state, there appears to be a shortfall in supply, and that's not good enough.
That isn't.
One would have thought, that when it is raining, there's
more water in the dams.
There's more water in the dams
to generate power, since we still largely depend on dams for our power generation.
At least majorly. So it is surprising that we still have to be in darkness.
There are issues, and unfortunately that's not the kind of thing that we would want to delve into this one. But each time you talk electricity and power distribution in Nigeria, there are just so many issues surrounding it. Recently, I don't know if you saw the headlines that were insinuating that certain customers were now complaining that the discos were selling those prepaid meters that the federal government had come out and so loudly said was going to be distributed to, I think, was it 1 million Nigerians, or how many millions, free of charge. Exactly. And now they're being sold.
Somebody told me, that you go to their office, you pay 5,000 naira or thereabout, and things like that, But you see, it's the Nigerian problem.
It is a problem. It is. We know how to entangle things in very many unnecessary bureaucracies, and then
when you look at what is going on in the other parts of the world, especially a period like this, most Nigerians have been impoverished by COVID-19. There is no doubt about it.
No doubt.
And this is a time when government and even the organized private sector should look kindly upon the people. What do you get?
What you get is
the little they still have, they want to milk it out of them.
What you get is political moves and a party wanting to stay in power for 32 years. By the way, that's my focus for the 8 o'clock hour today.
But I think it is acceptable to his people. They gave him over 80% of their votes. You know,
which people are we talking about here?
I thought you were referring to Ngweso, or was it?
No. I'm talking about the APC.
Oh, okay.
In its recent meeting, I think it was in Abuja, where they constituted a committee and then decided that in order for Nigerians to enjoy the dividends of democracy, they have decided that the party, they're going to try to make sure that the APC stays in power for 32 years so that Nigerians can really benefit, you know. And we're going to be looking at it in the 8 o'clock hour. Basically, I'll be asking if people listening would want to have the APC in power for another 32 years.
Your program is going to be very interesting. Please just allow the people.
Absolutely, yes. I'll make it more like a poll, so I won't have to touch too much so that everybody can contribute. Anyway, let's get to the headlines for this morning, shall we? I'm starting out with the Daily Trust because I see a lot of interesting headlines that I don't want to pass out on this one. Senate moves to whittle down Senate moves to whittle down IGP's power, decentralizes police structure. Barrister will be talking on this, but let me just take the general headlines. Federal government okays 922 million naira for purchase of fertilizer for IDPs, flood victims. And here's this one. Don't ignore flood alerts. Federal government warns states others. Which states have been fingered for these? Of course, we'll be giving you more details. Nigeria falling apart under Buhari. Northern elders speaking there. And I want to get some details into that. Director Publicity and Advocacy, Northern Elders Forum, Hakeem Baba Ahmed, has alleged that President Muhammadu Buhari is too slow in tackling insecurity. Baba Ahmed, who spoke on Arise Television on Wednesday, wondered why it was taking Buhari's administration so long to tackle insecurity. He said, quote, "If I have an opportunity to speak with the president, I'd say, sir, please wake up and smell the coffee. This country is falling apart," end of quote. He goes on to say, one of the things you should do is to call about 200 to 500 Nigerians without any preconditions and say, ladies and gentlemen, I believe that this government will benefit from some quality advice in terms of the way forward. Take your governors more into confidence. Speak to them. They're very important. People have responsibilities under the Constitution, and they're able to carry out those responsibilities, particularly on matters of security. Thirdly, he says, ask real questions about what's going on with the security in this country. Something is wrong. You keep changing things, but we see the same results. We're becoming insecure by the day. Very serious advice here, Barrister, from this Northern elder to the president. First of all, do you agree? Do you agree with his, I know we can easily get what your answer is, with his statement that Nigeria is slowly falling apart and that the president isn't swiftly tackling insecurity as he should?
There is no doubt about it that the government of General Buhari has lost the luster. There is just no doubt about it. And there is no doubt about it too that he made tremendous efforts in terms of infrastructural deficits in Nigeria. I was praying. I mean, Buhari would have gone out of government as perhaps the best president Nigeria has ever had. But unfortunately, what is happening in terms of security has robbed every success that he achieved. No doubt about it, he did very well in some areas. But security came and wiped every good thing that he did.
Do you think, as this Northern elder says, it's what the president should be doing at this time is gathering a group of people and asking for advice from 200 to 500 people? Wouldn't it shed the government in an incompetent light? I mean, it's never been done before.
No, I don't think so. I think, as a matter of fact, that the advice of the Northern elders is something Buhari should take very seriously. You cannot be walking the same path and expect to get to a different destination.
Okay.
You see, the unfortunate thing is it does not appear that Buhari is conscious of what is happening around him. The people who are feeding him information appear to be distorting it. He's not getting the real picture. What I would have expected is let the president come out. Let him come and see what is happening out there, so that he will know those people who surround him.
What does coming out entail? When you say when the president should come out, what does that mean? Go on the streets?
Oh, what is it too much for a president to see things for himself?
Okay.
It's not too much for the president to see things for himself.
But is it really practical to have the president on the streets or observing? And how many streets would he have to visit?
Not in that sense. Take, for example, what is happening in Borno.
Okay.
Has the president gone there to go and familiarize himself with what is happening there?
But he's been there a couple of times in the past.
Really?
Yes.
Well, maybe I'll go back to my records. All right.
He has
the same thing with Zamfara. How many times has he been to Zamfara?
Okay, I see what you're getting.
With all the killings in Lagos, how many times has it come on that kind of familiarization? You know, what has it been doing? What has it been saying to Nigerians that are losing their lives, that are losing their properties? What has he been saying to the farmers? So
then you agree that the president needs advice?
Oh, he definitely needs
genuine advice from what he...
There is no doubt about it.
Okay.
There is no doubt about it.
I want to link this because this is still connected to insecurity. There's a story here about Gumi. He says why bandits may not drop their arms. And the details of that is the respected Islamic cleric, Sheikh Ahmed Gumi, has said bandits may not drop their arms if they are not sure of their safety. The cleric, who has been deeply involved in the quest to end insecurity, said this during a virtual event hosted by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies, insisting that dialogue is the solution to banditry. Gumi said it is too dangerous to allow uneducated young men to be exposed to drugs. I wish I could let me just take some of his quotes where he says, looking at their educational status, they don't have any official or unofficial education. How can a nation which is serious about security leave a chunk of its society so uneducated, leave it to arms and drugs? I don't think that society is serious. How can we disperse them, rehabilitate them because they are holding arms to protect themselves? I mean, if there's anything anybody can easily say is that he's arguing very strongly for these bandits, whatever the reasons are. I may not be able to speak to that. He has insisted that it's because he's a cleric and he tries to use the alternative methods of appealing to their conscience to get them on board. But it's easy to say that these are not the only uneducated people. The North is not the only place where you have uneducated people who are trying to find a living or stuck on drugs. So should these be the kinds of allowances that we should be giving these people who, by the way, continue to kidnap and kill, as we've seen in the past couple of days? Is Gumi doing too much, in your opinion?
Well, you see, there is a truism in what he said. What we are experiencing, I have always said it, that it is a fallout of what the leaders have been doing in the past. Particularly in this respect, the North. What have the elites in the North done to better the lives of those people? They left them out there in the cold, and while they were busy enjoying all the best things of life. For how long have the Northerners ruled Nigeria? For how long? The Fulanis do not have a state of their own, and that is part of their grievances. They do not have a state of their own.
Have they been asking for a state of their own?
Well, definitely. So, I suggested some time ago, I said, go and look for somewhere around Borno, cut it into two, and declare a state for them there. That's number one. Number two, in terms of education, what have they done for the northern children? It's a lot better here. You have individuals, there is a Kabiesi that set up a school and even teaches in that school. How many of such have you seen in the north? Rather, they prefer to put them in their Malgeri system and allow them to roam. We are getting the results now. They are the cause of the problems we are having. I mean, that's aside from, the ineptitude of government itself. And then the looting.
All right. Barrister, we have to take a break. Perhaps when we come back, we'll pick it up from here. Don't go away. You're listening to Straight from the Dailies on Splash 105.5 FM.
Splash FM 105.5.
Now, where's that big malt? Today was just one of those days. Woke up by 5, made breakfast, went to work, did my job, then my Oga's work, then Oga's work, came home, made dinner, and now nothing can stop me from enjoying my rich, smooth, refreshing Dubic malt.
Enjoy the silky smooth taste of Dubic malt. Dubic malt, crown the moment.
Awesome day for me and compulsory for you too. See, with the Ogbonge IP67 rated water resistance feature, where the Galaxy A72 and A52, your photo game not a grip finish even for inside rain. Follow enjoy the tutorial anywhere and anytime with the stereo speakers on top Galaxy A72 and A52. So with 1TB storage with Boku, no boundary for inside the new A series. Make you also protect your phone with the on-screen fingerprint feature for inside Galaxy A32. Get also with amount from 113,500 naira. Go Samsung.com or call 0800 Samsung.
Fresh breath is good, but strong teeth and fresh breath is even better. Use Oral-B 2-in-1 toothpaste for strong teeth and long-lasting fresh breath.
When we say the new Maltina pineapple and vanilla taste like adventure, here's what we mean. You'll get up like an action hero. Check yourself out in the mirror. And then, in slow-mo, you grab a chilled bottle of Maltina pineapple or Maltina vanilla and enjoy the tastespiration.
Own the flavor with the new Maltina Vanilla, Pineapple or Classic, and let the tastespiration fill you. Maltina, share happiness.
Come, you don't put yeast for bread before? The dough go just the rise like 5,000 naira when you put for EcoBank. Before you know, if it become 25,000 naira.
Oga Vega!
Hi! Now so EcoBank customers just dey dance a willow as EcoBank Super Rewards don't begin boku their money falla. Save 5,000 naira for your EcoBank account for 30 days or open new EcoBank account with 5,000 naira deposit and you fit be one of the 50 people who go collect 25,000 naira a woof every week for 4 months. 4 people go win 1 million naira grand prize each. Collect EcoBank card for your account and link your card to *326# or EcoBank mobile to increase your assurance. Terms and conditions apply. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
If only we could show you on radio our stylish new look. Amstel Malta. But since we can't, go to the nearest store to pick up some Amstel Malta. And for Team Fit fans, try the new Amstel Malta Ultra with no added sugar. New look Amstel Malta.
And new Amstel Malta Ultra with no added sugar. So good for you.
Amstel Malta, be your best.
You don't wait for life. You go to meet life. It's not about how many chances you get. It's what you do with what you've got. Morning after morning, cup after cup. Start strong, finish strong. With the stimulating aroma and rich, creamy taste of Nescafe 3-in-1. It all starts with Nescafe.
If you want confidence and a coffee, Premier Cool. It keeps you fresh and it's Premier Cool. You go shine for body and you go fresh. If you want confidence and a coffee.
Stay chilled with Premier Cool Toilet Soap. Removes 99.9% of germs and contains real menthol extracts for that icy cool feel.
Don't let power outage interrupt your life. Genos inverters come on automatically during power outage, so you enjoy continuous power without interruption. Get Genos and enjoy power without noise and without manual changeover. Call 0700-111-2233. That is 0700-111-2233. Genos inverters and batteries, energizing lives.
It's a new day, a new beginning. As you prepare for the day ahead. Just anything is not enough for a delightful, healthy start. Start your day right with Whole on your Eva. Whole on your Eva. Taste creamy vitamins and nutrition. Life is so different with you. Whole on your Eva.
Hollandia Eva milk. Right nutrients for a healthy breakfast.
Awesome is for me and definitely for you. With the IP67 rated water resistance feature on the Galaxy A72 and A52, your photo game is endless even in the rain. Catch the fun whenever and wherever with the stereo speakers on the Galaxy A72 and A52 with 1 terabyte expandable storage. No boundaries with the new A series. Also protect your phone with the on-screen fingerprint feature on the Galaxy A32. Get awesome with price from 113,500 naira. Visit Samsung.com or call 0800 Samsung.
Who is this? So, hello?
Hello. Now you be the lucky customer where we want dash our Adam's apple olive cream. We go help reduce the size of your Adam's apple. You go flat and saute.
What's the ear no go here? Ha! If to see I don't get data now, I don't know who they call, no pick 'em.
Hey, no matter your phone, whether you get data or not, you sabi what they call. Turn up Kulele Mind with MTN they call. Now 5 naira per day and 15 naira per month. Dial *5058 hash. Make you enjoy.
Everywhere you go, MTN.
Now, where's that big malt? Today was just one of those days. Woke up by 5, made breakfast, went to work, did my job, then my Oga's work, then Oga's work, came home, made dinner, and now nothing can stop me from enjoying my rich, smooth, refreshing Dubic malt.
Enjoy the silky smooth taste of Dubic malt. Dubic malt, crown the moment.
Well, thank you for always staying with us. So we just came back from a break. It's 4 minutes to 7 a.m. If you've just joined us, well, you're listening to Straight from the Dailies here on Splash 105.5 FM. So far, we've covered the headline about northern leaders saying that Nigeria is slowly falling apart and the president needs to rejig his methods to get honest opinions from Nigerians as regards what's really happening. And we connected that to Gumi and his comments about bandits not dropping their arms except they are assured of safety. Now, I want to bring it because it's still all related to security. At the Senate yesterday, there were moves to whistle down the IGP's powers and decentralize police structure. Now, the Daily Trust newspaper has it that the Senate has introduced a bill seeking to amend the Police Act of 2020. The new bill, which is titled Nigeria Police Act 2020, Amendment Bill 2021, was sponsored by Senator Surajuddin Ajibola Bashiru of APC in Osun State. According to the sponsor, the bill seeks to enhance the operational capacity of the Nigeria Police Force through the removal of constraints of funding and whittling down the over-concentration or over-centralization of the command structure of the police. This, however, is coming 6 months, just 6 months, after President Muhammadu Buhari assented to the Nigeria Police Bill of 2020, which repealed the former Police Act Cap P19 laws of the Federation 2014. The amendments seek to decentralize the police command structure with operational and budgetary powers vested in the zonal offices. The bill also seeks to establish a zonal security advisory council and state security advisory council to advise on security challenges facing each zone or state respectively. Some experts told the Daily Trust that if passed into law, the bill will reduce administrative challenges in the police, in addition to inching closer to state police. Barrister, do you agree?
Yes, I to an extent, I agree. At least somebody is showing it from the National Assembly the way we should go about policing this country. I have always advocated that we should, with the experiences we have had now, we are ripe for state police. The over-centralization of the policing of the state has proven ineffective. And if it is ineffective, then we should look for alternative ways of achieving, results. As presently constituted, the Nigerian police appears incapable of doing justice to the matter. Let me give you one very good example. The Nigerian police needs a Amotekun to show them around. Some time ago, I did post. There was a post, that I sent out, where I advised that all of our policemen should be posted to their states of origin, and for good reason. Number one, you see, majority of the problems we're having with the police now, a police officer that was deployed here from Kogi State or from Borno State or from Nasarawa or Zamfara State.
Doesn't know the terrain.
He does not know the terrain. That's number one. And then he can even abuse the people because they don't know him anyway. But if a police officer who is an Oyo man is the one handling security here, they know him, they know his father, they know his mother, they know his children, they know the schools they are, the children are attending and things like that, he will be more careful. So I think what we are saying now is it has become inevitable that we decentralize the police force.
Okay, so you agree. Now we're heading to Akeredolu. Akeredolu is making some statements concerning secession, and we're going there next. But we'll have to take a time check. Don't go away. This is short. We'll be back before you know it.
Splash FM 105.5.
GoTV decoder will come with 1 month GoTV Jolly subscription. Don't drop from 8,400 naira to 6,900 naira.
Ó yá gbogbo èèyàn, màmá, bàbá, ẹni tó tóbi, ẹni tẹ́rẹ́ tàbí rùmúrùmú, ṣé ìṣẹ́pọ̀ mẹ́fà ní kùtìẹ́ tàbí ẹyọ kọ́bọ̀rọ̀ gidi, gbogbo yín la pè. Mọ nǹkan tọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ bá bà, kájọ ṣeré ìdárayá. Ẹ dúró, ẹ jẹ́ kí sáré sẹ́ẹ̀tì díẹ̀ mu náà.
Splash FM 105.5. When the clock ticks at half.
All right, thank you so much for staying with us. Now we're heading to the Nation newspaper. Secession must be by consensus, says Akeredolu. So, Ondo State Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu said the people's consensus, rather than individual agitations, will determine the success of any secession bid. He explained that few people can't declare the establishment of the Yoruba nation without considering the general interest of the Southwest. The governor spoke on Wednesday when he featured on a television program that was monitored by the Nation. Yoruba rights activist Sunday Adeyemo had declared that the Southwest would no longer be a part of Nigeria with the establishment of the Yoruba nation. Akeredolu, however, said it is a group of individuals who are raising this issue. They are entitled to it. Everybody is entitled to his own position. But when you come to the issue of nation, or you want to leave a particular setup, there must be a consensus. Nobody can, on his own, wake up and say he's speaking on behalf of others. Who gave them such powers? We have never yielded power to people to speak on our behalf on matters of this importance. This is why we are saying, that is what we are saying. A few people cannot just stand up one day and say to us, yes, we want a Yoruba nation. How? Where did we sit down to discuss this? And of course, Barrister, what are your thoughts?
You see, for anybody to deny the achievement of the likes of Sunday Igboho and others who came out to defend the rights of their people will be most unfortunate.
Do you think that's what the governor is doing here?
No, let me make a landing. There is no doubt about it that their procedures are crude, uncouth. But what did the elders do? What did the elders do? In my mind, I think to satisfy their masters up there, all of them removed themselves from the struggle, even though they knew the problem.
Who are we talking about? Who is trying to satisfy
the so-called Yoruba leaders and the governors?
Oh, okay.
It is their selfish interest that is ruining all of them.
Okay.
Otherwise, when the whole thing started, the problem was real. Our people were dying. What did they do? But the effect of somebody like Sunday Igboho and others like him, Nigerians are feeling it now, because you can see that the problem is, beginning to at least go a little.
Yeah, come closer home, especially to
exactly.
those...
What I would have expected the leaders of Yoruba land to have done.
Yes.
Because there is no doubt about it that the method or the procedure adopted by these guys are crude. They are uncouth, all right? You should have called a stakeholders meeting. Tell them the pros and the cons of the actions they are taking. We know what you are fighting for. All of us are doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But this is not the best way to go about it. Why? They didn't do that. Rather, they isolated those people. And they all started singing discordant tunes.
But you have to agree with the governor, though. He does have some points. Sunday Igboho and the dawn behind the Odua movement, I mean, that we saw a few days ago, that floated even a picture of a currency. There was no meeting, which is what the governor is saying. On whose behalf are you speaking? There's no doubt that there are people who agree with the fact that the Yorubas should secede and do their own thing. But what the governor simply is saying is, for you to make such a position, it has to come from the generality of the people, and that is not the position right now.
That is what I am asking. What did they do? That generality, that they are the people who are spokespeople for Nigerians, for Yoruba people. What did they do? How did they try to stop the killings of their people? What actions did they take? All right. So this is what we're saying. I am saying that, look, the problem Sunday Igboho came to tackle are real problems.
Yes.
Isn't it? They are real problems. And they came at a time when they should have come.
Okay.
But the governors could have better managed the situation if they called all of these people together and said, come. How many northern governors did you see attacking Miyetti Allah? How many of them did you see attacking Miyetti Allah and all the other splinter groups that have been making inflammatory statements in this country? How many? Why should it now be our own governors now condemning our own soldiers?
If other people choose not to do the right thing, do you suppose that people here too should go about not doing the right thing?
Look,
because it furthers
let me tell you something.
The narratives of unity in the region.
In Nigeria now, no, they don't understand any other language
except
the kind of language spoken to them by Sunday Igboho. Otherwise, they would have overrun the whole of the Southwest. We would have been picking dead bodies on the streets. If those boys had not come out, the governors should appreciate the efforts of those boys. Yes, their methods, like I said, can be crude. But there are ways we can checkmate that. Call all of them together. A stakeholders meeting. Let all the KBACs come together. Let all the Bales be assembled. Let all the warlords be assembled. And go and address yourself.
Barrister,
and tell yourself, these are the ways, even if we have to do this, this is the way it is done. This is the way it is done.
Let me ask you now this direct question. Considering how long Biafra and people who support that have been chasing for secession, how practicable is secession? And do you think the governors, considering the position that they hold as democratically elected leaders, would agree to such a move?
You see, we came to a point in this country where it appeared the federal government was not in control. We came to that point. We understand their fears. They owe allegiance to the Constitution. But we came to a point in this country when that Constitution became non-functional and the president was asleep. What can we do?
So this is all it takes for
even the Minister of Defense at a point came out and said, you people should defend yourselves. The minister, the federal minister said that, and we all heard it. All right? So we know what we are talking about. I said something. I would have preferred a situation where on this issue, let the governors be silent.
All right.
Let the governors be silent. Let them call a meeting. Let them call a meeting. Because
if they are silent, how would they call the meeting? Barrister, you're saying two things. Let them be silent. Let them call a meeting.
Don't get me wrong. Making all these statements to the press is not doing us any good at all. It is creating enemies for themselves.
But they were asked. He appeared on a television program and he was asked, what do you think about this?
There are ways to go about it. Are the governors in the north not going to press? Are they not being interviewed? That's the question I am asking.
Let's get the reaction of our listeners, Varys. I see the phone lines blinking very, seriously. 0809 155 1055, 0805 699 8678, 0706 949 3000. Please, as always, I would appeal that you are time conscious and help us keep it to just a minute. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
You're welcome.
Barrister, good morning.
Oh, good morning, my brother.
Yeah.
Is it? I was just going to ask if it was Akimbolu Shere. I think he was the one, and then he was off the line. I hope that you get to call us again. Can't particularly say what happened there. Hello?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
This is Odayo.
Say again?
This is Odayo.
Okay, Odayo, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Yeah. On the issue of our politician not supporting the application of going on a separate way. Before, we can't expect them to support us. But what are they going to do of being betrayed in Yoruba citizen? You look at what happened at bandits, the way they are treating their claim, kidnapping everything in the north. There was any governor come out and condemn them. Either you see Gumi supporting them. Because Gumi has been doing the interview between people and bandits. Did anybody ever condemn him or go against what he's saying?
Yeah, people did.
We are the problem of ourselves. And I know one day, by the time all these bandits overthrow everywhere, both people that support the Yoruba nation and that one that not support the consume.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Odunayo, for your thoughts. But on the question about if people came out to condemn Gumi, people from the north, yes, they did. Some people spoke against some of the things he was calling for. So there you have it.
Good morning, Chacha.
Good morning. Good morning, Reverend.
Koyi Ladele from the world.
You're welcome.
I have advice this morning.
Okay.
I have advice to those who are advocating for Oduduwa Nation. We already have Oduduwa Nation. Let all the governors of Oduduwa Nation set the pace as Awolowo did. My advice to the Environmental Commissioner of your state, the rains are coming. Deployment to clean the gutters. Close offices and markets that are dirty to clean up their environment. My advice to the northern elders, hold the peace commission. Appeal to your children and the bandits. Let them not destroy your region. My advice to Nigerian clerics, where we stop this morning. Our early clerics in the Bible were called men who turned the world upside down. Let us do our bit with the same purpose and shun corrupted gospel. If I will add, my advice to Nigerian politicians, think of the people. We have brought nothing into the world and we will take nothing out of it. Stop looting and stealing.
Okay.
Deal with your greed and selfishness. Good morning.
Thank you, Mr. Koye, Reverend Koye. For the longest time, I've been on this show. Reverend has always been calling for that peace commission. You know, he seems very convinced in the efficacy.
I have always been doing the same thing too. Okay,
hello.
Yes, good morning.
Comrade, the mother for you.
You're welcome, comrade.
Biafra, Ododua, currency, whatever, is not the main issue. It's because the Nigeria state is big questionable. That's what these are coming up. So the government in power to grant education, but see how we can work together, and they agree to work to be in one country. So that's how we can get it right. Thank you very much.
All right, comrade. Thank you very much. It's not about calling for secession. It's to get the bigger country, Nigeria, to work for us all, he says. Good morning.
Good morning, Jerome.
You're welcome, Charles. Please go ahead. Charles, we can't really hear you. Your line isn't clear. Can you say that again? Okay, go ahead. I'm so sorry, Charles. Yes, please try to call us again. I had to let you go. We're really not hearing a thing of what you were saying, but hopefully you can connect again and then we'll pick up that conversation. On Twitter, the present federal government's biggest problem is availability of good advisors. Advisors under this government are incompetent. So Mr. President needs alternatives to these people. On Akeredolu, what would you call the Pan-Yoruba meeting held in Ibadan, if not consultation? This is from Shitu Akib. Raji Afiz Abidemi says, on the issue of Gumi's statement, they are threatening those agitating for self-independence and yet seeking amnesty for criminals. Can you see the difference between the South and the North? When government thinks someone like Gumi will be relevant. Okay, Abbas Abdulrazak says, I really don't understand Barrister. I think he secretly wants the supposed Yoruba nation because he hasn't declared anywhere that he's not in support. It is true that we're not doing well in terms of insecurity, which led to this, but should we cut down our heads because we have headaches? How could he not at least caution Igbo for his methods, regardless of the matter? He seems to support the struggle and want the governors to keep quiet. I don't think that is right. Barrister, I'm going to give you a few moments to react if you want to this. Okay. Do you support this move by Sunday Igbo?
If you ask me, that's why I said something. I said their methods are crude. They are uncouth in their methods. I want a Nigeria. I want a united Nigeria. Like the last, I think the last caller said, a Nigeria that works for every one of us. I don't want a Nigeria where some are subservient to others. These are the problems we're talking about. Look, do you know the market Nigeria has? Why it is the toast of most of the producing nations of the world. Most of the things they're producing over there are coming here, we are buying them. And then if you start a business here, you have a ready market, a market of over 200 million people.
So you want the country to work.
I know the powers in Nigeria if it is properly harnessed.
Okay.
But unfortunately, we are not getting the right leaders to bring out the qualities that we have in Nigeria.
Right,
I love Nigeria. I want Nigeria to stay. But I don't want it as it presently is.
I'm sure the person who sent that would be listening now and has heard your reaction to that. Adeyemi says, good morning, Chacha. I don't wish Mr. President to come out and address the people because his coming out most times deflates me with his silence. Deflates me than his silence. What I need from him is a swift action against insecurity in the country, not speech. Tosin says, we need to know that on the long run, some of those fighting for the split are fighting for their selfish interests. We need to sensitize the public or populace on the need to vote for the right people, not for the short-term need. We need to know that, as the same quote, splitting Nigeria is not the solution to the current situation of things. Will it change the people that will lead when we split? No, let's all wake up and vote for the right people in the coming election and vote these incompetent groups of people out. Okay, we are to blame. We need to know. Okay, all right. I think I'm going to have to leave it there. Thank you so much, Tosin, and all the other people who sent tweets. I'm going to retweet those tweets, by the way. Barrister, as always, thank you very much for being here and for blessing us with your thoughts. In the 8 o'clock hour, as I stated earlier, we're going to be focusing more like you, because I just will be asking the question and taking a poll if you like. Recently, the APC stated that it would want to be in power for 32 years in order for it to deliver dividends of democracy and get Nigeria to the promised land, if you like. They say they would need that much time to be able to actualize their dreams and visions for Nigeria. So the simple question in the 8 o'clock hour would be, to you listening as a Nigerian, based on your current realities or your past experiences, would you want to have the APC in power for another 32 years? Join us again. We have some commercials to take at this moment, and sports will be up at 7:30. Good morning.
Splash FM 105.5.
Hey, why did you put it in the pot like that? You're supposed to break it first. Say too. This is how I cook my pasta. Besides, it's golden penny pasta. It's non-sticky, so it doesn't matter. But I want to cook it with meatballs mixed with pepper sauce